We are interested to know what can cause a shift in the aggregate supply curve, and we know that the long run aggregate supply curve corresponds to the natural rate of output. And if you recall, I had shared with you that the natural rate of output is not a static concept. Okay, the natural rate of output can increase if the economy's productive capacity undergoes a change. Okay, so suppose a new technological advancement takes place which causes the output to increase, or suppose there is immigration to an economy where a lot of skilled labor comes to an economy, then also the ability of the economy to produce goods and services would increase. Okay, suppose a new mineral deposit is discovered, that again will allow the economy to produce a higher level of output. The natural rate of output again shifts to the right. Okay, now this is with regard to the long run aggregate supply curve. Okay, the long run aggregate supply curve can shift. Okay, why we are saying this is a vertical line? Because the determinants of the long run supply curve is what? A, F, K, L, N, H. I hope you remember: physical capital, labor, natural resource, human capital, and we discussed how productivity can be expressed as Y by L is equal to A, F, K by L, 1, N by L, and H by L. Okay, so anything which impacts K, N, and H can also have an impact on the productivity and hence the ability to produce goods and services. Suppose output increases to say y4, what it will do? We have got the new points. If I join, I will get a shift in the aggregate supply curve. Now the issue is, what will bring about a change in output at the same price level? Without changing the price level, output is changing. Now anything, all these factors that we talked about, which any increase in the capital stock or the natural resources, the human capital stock, we talked about technological advancement, say immigration of skilled laborers, all these factors will have an impact of increasing output at the old price level. So any factor which causes a shift in the long run aggregate supply curve will also bring about a shift in the aggregate supply curve in the short run. Okay, let us distinguish by putting it short run aggregate supply curve. Okay, now uh, we said the short run aggregate supply curve is expressing the idea that how profit will be shaped. Okay, because firms respond to the change in profit. If it is profitable for them to expand output, they will. If it is not profitable for them to expand output, they will not. Okay, rather they will curtail production. So suppose we said this is nothing but P minus C into Q, price minus cost into quantity produced. Now if any factor which causes an increase in the cost of production, if P is not changing, P remaining constant, if the price of the product is not changing but the cost of production is changing, is going up, then you would find that profit levels are coming down, so now it would be wise for the firms to reduce output. That means at the old prices you are now producing less output. One source of increase in cost is if raw material costs are increasing or cost of labor is increasing, then you would find that firms find it less profitable to continue production at the old level. Now, one popular issue or popular reason why firms reduce output at the old price level is the increase in oil prices. Now, when oil is a universal intermediary, when oil prices increase, the cost of production goes up, which makes it less profitable to produce output at the old price levels. So, at P1 price level, perhaps it is not profitable enough to continue with Y1 level of output, rather to curtail production to say Y5. And at P2 level, again you were producing Y2, and suppose you brought it down to Y6. Okay, so if I join these 2 points, I will get, which we have represented as SRAS2.
While discussing about next demand